Oun Abbas here for Seconds Out, here with none other than Kyle Williams. Kyle, first of all, welcome. It's been, this fight, it's been overshadowed by Charlie Edwards' return, him signing with Frank Warren, him fighting our Bantamweight, but then there's yourself who's looking to spoil that party. Just talk to me about it.
Of course, it is his coming out party, but we're here to spoil it. He's just moved promotion from Eddie to Frank, and he's looking to put on a big statement. But we're here to, as he mentioned in the press conference, it's our world title. It is in a sense of, this is not my everything, but it's a massive opportunity for me to grow my profile, show what I'm about on a big platform, and see if we can cement our place to be on the same platform that he's on.
For people that are not aware of yourself, just tell people a little bit about yourself, what you've been doing for the last 13 fights. We know you've been a 13-fight professional, where you've been fighting.
Oh yeah, so mainly small hall shows. I'm managed by Errol Johnson, BCB, and they've managed my career really well. We won the English title quite early on, really, within 9 or 10 fights. Then went on box for the British title. Unfortunately, come across a very good kid in Cash Farouk. One that we pushed him very hard for, and I do believe he'll go on to do good things in the sport, but not one that I discredited myself. And then went and boxed for the European against Belusa, who's also fighting on this show, who I believe I beat. Again, the two lads that I've got the two losses to on my career are not mugs, they're good kids. So I've come into this fight with good confidence. I've been in there, I've had my learning fights. So now it's time to step up even more and challenge myself at this world level.
I was going to ask you about the fight with Cash Farouk. How much does that leave you in good stead? Because I know, obviously you were fighting for a title at that point. You were against a good opposition in Cash. How much does that leave you instead for this fight?
It's the experience. I'd never been in front of cameras like I had before. The press conference, the build, it was so different. It was all new to me, being on small hall shows. So this has put me in good stead for this, because coming to the press conference today, being in front of the cameras, it has given me a little bit of experience in that field. Cash Farouk is a completely different opponent. Charlie likes to box at range and pick his shots and probably take his time, whereas Cash works you hard from early rounds, dips and rolls inside and continually presses his feet and pressures you. Charlie's not going to do that to me, and if he does that to me, then we're going to have a great fight inside. And to be honest, I want him to do that. Boxing at range is Charlie's best attribute. So completely different fighters, but being at that level and being at the exposure that we was on is what I've took from that fight. So, it can only hold me in good stead.
What have you seen from Charlie where you think there's chinks in his armour?
I think that he's a technical, lovely boxer. I don't believe he punches that hard, and I think I've been in with bigger punchers. Thomas Asomba, incredible puncher, if you've seen throughout his career. Even Belusa, he's a strong kid. He's a featherweight naturally. He's a natural featherweight. He's not a bantam, and he was a big puncher in there. I don't believe that Charlie hits anywhere as hard as Farouk. Farouk didn't really hurt me. He was just a stinging shot, and that's what I expect from Charlie. Charlie's gonna be fast and whippy and sharp, but you get past that, is he as tough as me inside? And I know he knows I'm going to be tough. He knows. He's been sparring another lad in the division called Mark Leach, who he believes is better, which I'd say that is a little bit of chalk and cheese maybe. Maybe he had hard rounds against Mark Leach, who knows? That's why he has to say he's better than me, but Mark Leach hasn't boxed anyone on the same calibre that I've boxed. If you look at his box rate, previous opponents, Mark Leach hasn't boxed anyone that I've boxed anywhere on the same level. So I think that I've had better opposition to grow myself. That being said, if he thinks that I haven't sparring world champions, I spar his massive foe in Kal Yafai, and I've done my apprenticeship with Kal Yafai from probably one of my first fights. Okay. And I'm very lucky that I was able to spar someone like Kal Yafai, and I believe Kal Yafai beats Charlie Edwards. I know that I'm not going to be a favourite for saying that with BT signing Charlie, but I've learned really well underneath Kal Yafai, and I'm very glad that I've got to be around that kind of level of sparring. So I take the sparring into this as well. So, and no one hits as hard. No one hits as hard as Kal Yafai at that weight. Okay. So it's going to be interesting, isn't it? So if Charlie does get past me, my money would go to Kal. But my plan is to spoil that fight and try and get the Kal Yafai fight, you know.
I was going to say that was actually one of the fights that Frank put out in that press release, Charlie Edwards versus Kal Yafai. Just talking about your division, the Bantamweight division, I wanted to talk about one world-class fighter, the one who dominates the division is Naoya Inoue. Just talk to me about the monster. What do you make of him? You know, we as boxing fans, we've got to see a lot of him because of the World Boxing Super Series. He signed with Top Rank. There's a lot going on, but what do you make of him? Because you're in the same division. He's
unreal. He's a very good talent. He's a massive puncher. I think is his boxing IQ as some of the boxers in the division? I'm not sure. That's something that I think there are fragilities in him. Donaire showed that there are fragilities about his game, but he's got that power, and that's why he's got the monster name. I do believe he'll go on and progress through the weight. I know he's massive at the weight. I know he doesn't make the weight easy. So is he going to stay in the bantamweight division for too long? I don't know, but it's very interesting. It's good to be in a division that's so hot. They talk about these heavyweights, but the bantamweight division's a very exciting weight. So it's great to be in a division so hot.
This final question for myself, a big fight that's been announced, Vasyl Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez. I'm just getting everyone's sort of predictions, how do you see that fight playing out? I spoke to Josh about it, just want to speak to yourself about it. How do you see that fight playing out?
Lopez is an incredible puncher, but you know, it's hard to back against someone like Lomachenko, he just seems to find it. Like, my favourite fight of all time is Floyd Mayweather. Went to watch him box a few times, went to watch him train. He's been my idol since since a young kid really. Since he boxed Ricky Hatton, he broke my dreams when he knocked Ricky Hatton out. And then I became a massive fan of him. He always seems to find a way, Floyd Mayweather does, and I believe that Lomachenko will do exactly the same. Incredible fight, massive for the sport, especially with what's going on right now. It's something for us fight fans to. I'm a fight fan as well. It's incredible to look forward to a fight like that. I can't wait, but I do back Lomachenko.
Cool. Carl, good luck on Saturday night. I know you're there to spoil the party, and good luck, and hopefully we get to speak to you very soon. Take care.
Thank you ever so much.